always trust your first impression. Do you feel that you are indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Outdoors. Do you feel that it's daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Very good. So as you adjust, what's the first thing that you notice there? What is this plant?
Flowers and there's lots of little tiny flowers on stalks,
Mm-hmm.
stems.
Mm-hmm. What else do you notice? Look all around you.
Grass and trees.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're in a meadow or something like that.
Okay. Now, as you are looking at this meadow, I want you to just feel the perception. Are you low down to the ground or higher up? From what perspective are you seeing this?
Low.
Low. Very good. As you are looking at this, do you feel that you have a body there? Notice. Look down.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you see first? Do you see any feet?
Yeah.
What
Some
else?
feet there with sorry, white socks and brown sandals or something.
White socks and brown sandals?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are these female or male feet?
Boy, I think.
A
I'm in
boy.
shorts and I can see my legs.
Mm-hmm. See how you're dressed there.
This sort of grey shorts and
Gray shorts. What else do you notice?
maybe a striped t-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
red and orange, I think, or red and orange and white or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And look at your face. What do you look like there?
Black
What?
hair.
Black hair. Mm-hmm. Is this the face of Andrew or somebody else?
Somebody else, I think.
Mm-hmm. All right, very good. So I'd like for you to acclimate yourself to that body completely and know how old you are in that body.
8 or 9.
8 or 9. Very good. So I'd like for you to listen and hear what they call you there. Listen for your name.
Sam.
Very good. Very good. So, Sam, what is it that you're doing out in this field today, in this meadow?
Going for a walk.
hmm Are you by yourself or is there anybody with you? Feel your way around.
Yeah.
Do you feel by yourself or somebody else there?
I think there's a dog walking with me.
Who's walking with you?
A dog.
A dog. Very good. So let's see where you go, Sam. I'd like for you to take me on this journey with you. And as you go, I'd like for you to describe everything you see. What do you notice next?
There's next to the field is a river with
Mm-hmm.
bubbling water, or it's not like a torrent, but just gently bubbling over the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And walking up beside the stream.
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying this walk?
It's a lovely sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
Air's fresh and clean, and there's a big mountain peak
Mm-hmm.
up on the left.
Is it far away, this mountain?
I could walk there,
Mm-hmm.
but like the river runs between the mountains.
Is that where you're heading today, Sam?
Yeah, I can see there's trees that are below the snow line, and I'm on the meadow, but just about to walk up into
Mm-hmm.
follow the gentle slope of the trees as it comes up to the peak.
Mm-hmm. Make your way there now. What next?
So I think they're pine trees.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of
Lots of pine trees.
pine needles I'm walking on.
Mm-hmm.
Pine cones.
Do you feel like you've been here before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Where do you go? What's your destination today? Be there. Look all around and see where you are.
So I'm up on at the snow line, but also see a cave.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about this.
It's kind of an opening with it's covered in snow the outside, but it
Mm-hmm.
can see a warm orange glow inside the cave.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
Feels inviting.
Mm-hmm. What happens next? Where are you now?
I'm in the cave.
Mm-hmm. This cave, is it a small cave or a large cave?
Mm, medium
Mm-hmm.
size. And yeah, it's not big or it's not small.
Mm-hmm. What's
Probably.
inside?
Sorry.
What's inside?
There's a fire in the middle of it
Mm-hmm.
that's creating the glow and lighting the cave.
Is there anyone inside of this cave with you?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone inside?
Yes, yes.
Who's there? Notice if it's male or female.
It's male.
Mm-hmm. Is it an old male or a young male?
An older male.
Mm-hmm. Do you know this man?
It's hard to place them in this time.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to turn on your other senses, just like a bat that flies within the cave is able to know things by using different senses. I'd like for you to turn on those senses now to understand who this man is and why you're there today. Why have you come to this cave today?
Come to learn something.
Mm-hmm. What do you do? Do you sit with this man?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more, Sam. What do you feel?
Warm.
Mm-hmm. Extend that warmth out even more, feeling comfortable, feeling at ease, and drop deeper now, using your breath. Drop deeper and open up to find out why you're there with him. What do you know? Does he speak with you?
Just looking at me.
Mm-hmm. So as he looks at you, I'd like for you to look into his eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Do you recognize those eyes in the lifetime of Andrew now? Do they seem familiar? Always trust your first impression. What do those eyes tell you? I don't want you to think about it. I just want you to tell me.
Sorry.
Who is this man? What do you call him? Listen for his name. What does he tell you, Sam? The more you talk, the more I'll be able to help you.
Mm. Just trying to. Brain is kicking in.
Mm-hmm. That's why I need you to listen to me
Mm.
and connect with those eyes. Do you feel that you'd recognize them?
Seeing them clear enough.
Mm-hmm. So kick in those other senses. Does he seem familiar to you?
So you have to go with the first impression, which is John,
Mm-hmm.
but
Very
not
good.
the John in my life.
All right, very good. So as you look into his eyes and connect with him telepathically. What is he here waiting for you? What is he here to teach you today? I don't want you to think about it, just say it.
How to open.
How to open. Very good. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and as you sink deeper, begin to open now to this teaching and allow the information to flow. And I want you to just begin to speak it. What is it that you need to learn today in this cave? What comes to your mind?
The information is about the nature of life
Mm-hmm.
flowing.
The nature of life flowing. Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
How
Allow
to
his words to just go through your mind. Go ahead. What else?
just that, I'm part of the nature of life,
Mm-hmm.
and the life flows.
Very good. How can you apply that wisdom to your life?
Yeah, thought I was in the way, but I'm part of it, so therefore I can't be in the way.
Mm-hmm. What else? What else do you need to know?
Just don't hold it all in, just let it flow.
Mm-hmm.
Just relax and let it be, because it's there all the time and all around. And
Mm-hmm.
just open the windows and the doors and let the life flow.
Very good. So now that we understand that you just need to relax and let it flow, just open the window. Is there anything else that this old man needs to tell you today?
I don't think so.
Very good. So I'd like for you to thank this old man. Thank him for his information because now we're going to use that to begin to travel through time and space. I'd like for you now to go to the next important scene in that lifetime. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. As I get to number 1, we'll go to the next important scene. It's that lifetime of Sam. 3, 2, and 1. Be there now. Allow the images to come and tell me where you are. Are you indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Outdoors. How old do you feel there?
Thirty.
30. Very good. Tell me where it is that you are.
On a your base.
hmm How are you dressed there?
Khaki pants and brown
hmm
boots.
hmm And what is your responsibility on this base?
Pilot.
You're a pilot.
Mm.
hmm What do you call yourself there?
Semi.
Sammy. Very good. So, Sammy, let's take a look at what it is that you pilot. What is that?
Um, single prop plane with this is a Mustang.
With a Mustang on it?
Well, yeah, the Mustang
hmm
plane.
Okay. Are you the pilot of this plane or does
Mm.
someone else?
Yeah, I'm the pilot.
Okay, so let's see what happens, Sammy. What happens on this day? I'd like for you to take me through this. What do you do next?
Going on a mission.
hmm What is this mission? Where is this?
England.
hmm Keep describing what happens.
So the siren goes and we're due to take off. So
hmm
I'm running over and climbing up the ladder into the plane.
Are you alone on this plane?
hmm
Okay. What happens next? What do you notice?
We're just running down all the props going and getting ready to lift off,
hmm
running down the runway.
Very good. And how are you feeling at this time?
Excited,
Very good. Very good.
but nervous as well.
What's happening on this day that's making you nervous?
Well, we're just going to be going into the enemy territory.
hmm So this is what you've been trained for.
hmm
hmm Very good. So allow the time to flow, and let's see what happens next. What's the next significant event that happens on this mission?
Flying over the sea,
Mm-hmm.
or the channel,
Mm-hmm. What do you notice?
the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of low above the sea, but they're wispy, you know.
Mm-hmm. Are you by yourself, or do you see others with you?
There's others.
Mm-hmm. Connect with the feelings, how you're feeling now. What do you feel?
A little bit of tension.
Mm-hmm. Allow the scene to unfold. What happens next?
I see the shore coming up.
Just describe
There's
it as
trees underneath, and we're getting hand signals to split up
mm-hmm. Where do you go?
to the right,
Mm-hmm. Very good.
and then
Mm-hmm.
I see just travelling along the shoreline. Then there's still two or three people, two or three other similar planes with me.
Mm-hmm.
There's three of us.
Okay. So you're all together.
Mm.
Okay. Very good. What happens next?
You get the signal to go and land.
Mm-hmm. What is this place that you're landing at?
We're not landing, we're just travelling,
Okay.
coming in low.
Mm-hmm.
And there's villages underneath.
What's under you?
Villages.
Villages. Mm-hmm.
We were flying over a village.
Mm-hmm.
And then back in over the trees and the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're doing is getting an alternate route to support some bombers
Mm-hmm. Do you
to
protect?
come in and meet them with them.
Okay. Are you protecting these villages or just landing there?
Um, they're just underneath on the way we travel.
Okay.
We're going to a rendezvous point.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to just accelerate your travel and see what happens next. Get to that point. where things begin to happen. What's happening?
So we see the bombers,
Mm-hmm. How many do you
and
see?
there's quite a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but we're coming in to provide support.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming and rendezvousing to pick. Obviously, they've been spotted because the German craft are
Mm-hmm.
coming in.
Mm-hmm. Who do you fly for?
The US.
Mm-hmm. So, Sammy, what do you do now that you've seen the Germans coming?
Well, I have to stop them intercepting the bombers. So I start to head for them.
Mm-hmm. Connect with your feelings and the emotions that you're feeling as this is happening.
There's lots of adrenaline flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see the guys beside me all veering off to go after their target they've picked.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we're being hunted as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm looking all around and seeing what's going on.
So, are you on the offense right now or defense?
Both.
Both. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
What happens?
Seems like we're a bit outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy on my left, he
Mm-hmm.
gets shot down.
He shot you down?
No,
No.
the pilot and the Mustang on my left.
Okay. How is that making
Yeah,
you
we
feel?
were the three of us were travelling together.
Mm-hmm. How is that making you feel now?
Well, more outnumbered.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Keep describing it.
So I can see all the pilots around me getting shot down.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of explosions and things blowing up all around.
Mm-hmm.
So then one of my engines is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now flying on one engine and I have to, well, it might be one piston or something, cylinder. So it's puttering and I'm flying low.
What do you see below you?
Green grass and
Mm-hmm.
hills and meadows and fences and
Mm-hmm.
cows, and I'm just trying to keep the plane up. I'm losing altitude.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
And I hit the fence.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to see this, slow down this moment in time. Slow it down and see frame by frame what happens.
So I'm kind of losing the altitude, but can't keep it up. I'm trying to, there's nowhere to land.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fence at the top of a low cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see
What can you see?
these planes didn't have wheels that could go up inside. So
Mm-hmm.
the wheels are hanging low.
Mm-hmm. Did you snag the wheel on the fence?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what's it done to your plane?
Well, it's basically jerked it to stop, but the tail keeps going and flips
Mm-hmm.
over upside down.
Mm-hmm. What's happening to your body?
Kind of getting tossed and turned and then um, crushed.
Mm-hmm. See where it is that you're crushed. What part of your body is crushed?
My back.
Your back. Mm-hmm. Is your soul still in the body?
I'm kind of looking at myself.
Yes. As you're looking at yourself, what are you thinking? What are you saying to yourself?
What just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't I be more careful?
Why can't I be more careful? Very good. What happens next? What happens to your soul? Where do you go? Look all around you. Do you stay with the body or do you go somewhere? Feel that soul. Does it feel light or heavy?
Light.
Mm-hmm. What happens
Just
next?
excuse me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom.
All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll open your eyes. When you come back, we'll go even deeper. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open. Eyes open.
Sorry.
That's okay. Eyes closed. 3. Getting deeper now. Going back to that airplane. 2. Drop even deeper now. Use your breath. And 1. Be at that scene once again. Your spirit. I want you to think about all of the things that are going through your mind as you look at the wreck of this plane. What's going through your mind?
Seems a bit of a pointless mission.
A pointless mission.
I mean, we're outnumbered.
Mm-hmm. Look at your body in that plane. What are the physical things that have happened to that body?
been cut in half.
Cut in half. From what point?
From the hip.
From the hip. Notice if there's anything holding that body, piercing it, or
Yeah, it's under the weight of the engine, I think.
under the engine. Very good. And see how that is affecting you.
I'm bleeding a lot.
And while you're bleeding, how are you feeling?
Just getting lighter.
What's going through your mind besides pointless mission? Go deep within.
Should have been more careful.
Should have been more careful. Very good. All right. So I'd like for you to leave that body. Just leave it. And tell me where you go. Where does the spirit go when it decides to finally leave that body?
Home.
What happens next? What do you notice? What do you see or feel?
Feel surrounded in golden light.
What else?
And lifting up. Seeing that scene just fade away below me.
What's in front of you?
Just tunnel.
As you approach this tunnel, how does it feel to you? Is it inviting?
Yes.
Allow yourself to flow through that tunnel now. What happens?
Arrive at place. Gate.
What is this place?
It's a city.
Describe it for me.
It's kind of, some marble buildings and the pathways marble. Well, looks like marble. It's kind of white and shiny, but also has character.
Are you walking on this marble?
Mm.
Notice what you look like there. Do you look like Sammy? Or something else?
Can't really see a body. just in essence, I guess.
In essence. Is it the
Mm.
essence of Sammy?
Mm. So me,
Very good. So, where does this marble path take you?
towards a building,
Hmm. What's
the
inside?
building is a big archway,
Hmm. What is the archway made of?
stone.
Hmm.
Well, looks like stone, but I mean everything's made of light.
Mm.
Just a different. It's light in a different state.
So the light creates the images.
Mm.
Hmm. Where are you now?
Under brighter light,
Are you still outside or indoors?
indoors.
Okay, describe this place for me.
Because the light that's over me is so bright it looks dark
Hmm.
around me outside of the light.
So even though you're indoors, it feels like the light is all around you.
Mm.
Mm. Is there anyone
But
near
there's a
you?
beam of bright light over me,
Okay. What do you imagine that beam is?
replenishing, restoring,
Hmm.
regenerating,
How does it make you feel?
lift.
Mm. So I'd like for you to just breathe that love into every part of your being, of your essence. Just breathe it in as you rejuvenate and replenish all of your essence. Feel your breath as it takes that light in. Feel that love. What happens next? Are you still alone?
Mm. Well,
What do you
I
notice?
don't see anyone I know,
Hmm.
but feel comforted.
Hmm. I'd like for you to memorize that comforted feeling, knowing that that divine light is always there for you, always beaming down on you. And now let's close that scene and let's move forward to see if you find your guide. Look for your guide now. What happens? Who
Yeah,
is
that's John.
John? Does John have an appearance?
Yes, but he's not the same as the last scene.
Mm-hmm. What does he look like now?
It's the same eyes, but
Mm-hmm.
tall, slender, um, dark hair.
Mm-hmm. And now that John is in front of you, your guide, he gave you some information about how to open yourself up,
Mm,
about the nature of life flowing,
mm,
that you were part of that nature of life.
mm.
What wisdom does he have to give you today, now that you are in spirit?
Life is an endless cycle.
Mm-hmm. Life is an endless cycle. For what purpose?
To experience it,
Mm-hmm.
to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
The ending of a life is part of that life.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really any death.
So, what was the reason why Sammy had to die in that way, where he felt that he should have done better, that he should have been more careful? What was the purpose of that lifetime?
Sometimes, no matter how hard you try to avoid or how careful you are, things still happen.
Mm-hmm.
They're just part of that cycle of life, and you can't change. You can't avoid an ending
Mm-hmm.
sometimes by being more careful. You're as careful as you needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't avoid what happened.
Mm-hmm. Was there a reason why that life had to end in that way?
Yes, to learn that sometimes it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm. So, how is that lifetime affecting the lifetime now of Andrew?
I think he still blames himself sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Check and see in what areas of his life he's still blaming himself for not being careful.
There was time he skiing down the hill
Mm-hmm.
and he ran into someone because they happened to be crossing the path.
Mm-hmm.
But he couldn't slow down, and so he just ran into them, but he didn't want to hurt them.
Are there any
But
other ways?
I think both people were wounded, but
Mm-hmm.
um, felt it was his fault.
Mm-hmm. So, what advice do you give Andrew in this lifetime now so he doesn't keep blaming himself for something that happened in a different body?
Just be present,
Mm-hmm.
and then as long as you're present, you'll do what needs to be done.
All right. Do we need to be reminded of that lifetime anymore?
No, I think it's sunk in.
All right, very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and just look at that body that was left there. And I'd like for you to go ahead and make that body whole using your mind and intention. And I'd like for you to just get that body together again. Make it whole. And tell me how that feels.
Feels good.
Very good. So now allow that soul to release the pain and the memories of that, knowing that it's whole again and it could just live in peace and just release. Release all of that not being careful enough. You are now whole again. Very good. And so now I'd like to ask John to accompany you on another lifetime that is impacting the life of Andrew now. He mentioned a lifetime in which he was in a type of helicopter holding a gun. I'd like for you to take him to that lifetime now. I'm going to count from 5 back to 1. With each number, I want you to go deeper within to those memories. And as you jump in, you will be in that lifetime. Begin now by taking a deep breath in. 5. Going deeper and deeper. 4. Into the lifetime where you saw that ship. 3. Allow the images to come. 2. Allow it to unfold. And 1. Be there now. Where are you? The more descriptive you are, the more it'll come to you.
Yes. um, Clay building, street,
Mm-hmm.
walking, just there, just observing.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your body. What do you look like there as you're walking?
Kind of similar build to now, but leaner.
Mm-hmm. How are you dressed?
No, kind of
Look down at your feet. What do you notice?
um, boots, green,
Mm-hmm.
green outfit.
Green boots,
Well, black boots, but green outfit.
green outfit. Very good. What kind of
Just
out?
like a full body suit sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. This full body suit, is it close to your body?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Look at your hands, look at your face. What do you look like?
kind of similar skin, but to now, but browner.
Browner skin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just from sun, being in the sun.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your hair, your face.
Short hair,
Mm-hmm.
black, um, small nose.
Small nose.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Anything else that you noticed that's different?
Just don't really notice the light.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that light.
Well, seems he's drugged or
What is it?
he might be drugged or um, not present.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain that to me, please? What do you mean by
Well,
that?
the body's there, but the soul's further away.
Okay.
As in, it's deeper and buried.
Mm-hmm. Is the soul separate from the body?
No,
Mm.
but just subdued or
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Tell me more. What are you sensing?
these. It's obviously, well, it seems military-like, the body or the uniform maybe.
Mm-hmm. Military-like?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. What about the mind?
The mind is vague, empty,
Mm.
dull.
What do you imagine has made it like that?
Militarized, maybe weaponized control.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
It's making this thing, well, speaking as a soul
Mm-hmm.
makes me angry.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to connect to what it is that's making you feel angry. What are the feelings coming up?
No control, no connection.
Mm-hmm. No control, no connection.
The body is under control.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there? How old is this body?
20s.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that this body has always been under this control?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's close this scene. I'd like for you to close this scene and let's go back in time to when this body was created. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be there. Where are you?
The laboratory.
In a laboratory. Mm-hmm. Look around you. What's there with you?
Don't know how they got me in here.
Mm-hmm. Look at your body. What does it look
Like
like to you?
it's almost growing.
It's grown.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Look at the size of your body. Is it small or large?
It's about as large as it was in the
Mm-hmm.
scene.
Mm-hmm. And as you are in there, take a look and see how it is that this body is grown. What do they grow you in?
Some kind of artificial fluid or something.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a purple liquid.
Purple fluid.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And as you're in this purple fluid, are you connected to anything that allows you to breathe or be nourished?
Well, the lungs can breathe the oxygen from the fluid.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So how do you know when this body is completely made, grown?
Well, it seems like it's. I wasn't present during the growing of it.
Mm-hmm. So how is it that your knowing gets into this body,
Mm-hmm.
your consciousness?
From the stones.
What is it?
Stones.
Stones. Tell me about the
Well,
stones.
but like the soul must got stuck in a stone,
Mm-hmm.
put in the stone,
Okay, where is the stone?
then transported and then brought to here.
Okay.
Then the soul gets transferred into the body.
Okay. Who has transported these souls in these stones?
Mm-hmm.
I want your consciousness to see these stones. What do they look like?
Um, so black crystal like. Yeah,
What?
they're dark crystals with that can hold consciousness.
Mm-hmm. And how are these crystals transported to these bodies that are being grown?
It came from outside.
Okay.
Um, Outside of this planet.
Out of this planet. Did they come on their own or did someone bring them?
Someone brought them.
All right. So I'd like for you, as consciousness, you'll be able to see who brought these stones. See them now. What do they look like?
Tall beings.
Mm-hmm. Connect with these beings now. Who are these beings? What role do they play in transporting these crystals to these bodies?
Like they're caretakers.
They're caretakers. Mm-hmm. Find out where they got these souls from. Where did they come from?
Mars.
From where? Mars?
Mars.
All right. So I'd like for you to follow the crystals. Follow it back to Mars and find out how they got the souls into the crystals now. Where did this consciousness come from?
From beings that lived on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
But they had long lost their bodies.
Mm-hmm. Long lost the body.
Mm.
Did they want to be in another body?
They wanted to be left to
Mm-hmm.
go home,
Yes.
but they couldn't go home
What was the reason why they couldn't go home?
because some kind of, I guess today we'd call it witchcraft or something,
Mm-hmm.
some kind of ceremony to trap the soul in the stone.
All right. How many of these souls were trapped in these stones?
Hundreds of thousands,
Mm-hmm. For what purpose?
millions, to fight the war, to fight in the war.
To fight in the war.
Mm.
And as you go deep into this crystal, are those souls willing to do this?
No,
No. So they've been trapped against their will.
yes.
All right. Let's follow and see who trapped them. Go deeper and see. Is it one person? One being?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, not really a being.
What is it?
It's an AI
Mm-hmm. Where is this AI located?
underground in the North Pole.
All right.
Sorry, South Pole.
South Pole. On Earth. Or on Mars.
Mars.
Mars. Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I want you to be in that place. 1, go deeper. 2 and 3. Be there now. What do you find?
Lots of different crystals and
Mm-hmm.
technology. Crystal technology.
Mm-hmm. Who's operating it?
I think it was created by someone, something,
Mm-hmm.
but then they've since gone, but it's been left here.
All right. So I'd like for you to now connect with the mind of that AI now and determine what it is that it's doing. What is the program?
Its job or purpose is to defend and protect
Mm-hmm. Defend and protect what?
the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in a defense role, but there's an attacker.
Mm-hmm. But we see
But
that those
the
stones
long
are
war.
the long war. Who
Mm.
is who is fighting this planet? Who are they fighting against?
The Lyrians,
Delirians?
Lyra,
Mm-hmm. Lyra?
mm.
You'll be able to see what they look like.
They're human-like,
Mm-hmm.
but they see what's on Mars as a travesty, so trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm. So are these from Lyra, the ones who created this AI?
No, they're there. They're attacking.
Are they the ones taking the stones?
No. Oh, hang on. They took them to Earth,
Mm-hmm.
but they were liberating them and breaking the stones
Mm-hmm.
to free the souls.
All right. So I'd like for you to connect with the head of the one on this mission to free these souls. Connect now.
Feels like what we'd call angel, maybe.
Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. I want you to switch and allow me to speak to this angel. 1, 2, 3, switch. You there, what do you call
Hi,
yourself?
Michael.
Michael. Michael, what is happening here with these crystals?
These souls have been trapped in these crystals
Mm-hmm. Who is trapping
for,
them?
for thousands of years, and it's well, the AI is just perpetuating what was started, but it was a system set up originally as a defense mechanism and to maintain the life force of, or maintain the lives of those that were lost in war so that the war machine could keep going. But it's not, it's against the nature of life.
But it seems that some of these crystals have been taken to a planet where they're putting the souls in grown bodies. What is this all about, Michael?
Um, it's a way of getting those souls into that planet and adjusting to life there.
Mm-hmm.
But many of the souls have been so restricted and restrained in their life
Mm-hmm.
in the machines that they need to learn to wake up again and
Okay.
to have life again.
So, Michael, I'm asking you now to connect all of these souls to the source, to the divine light right now.
Mhm.
And I'd like for you to go ahead and ask for the divine creator, the prime creator, to liberate these souls now, to connect them once again.
It is so. It is done.
Beautiful. So, what is that now doing to these souls?
It's strengthening the connection. It was part of the divine plan
Mm-hmm.
to liberate these souls. That's been happening,
Mm-hmm.
but it needs to, yeah,
So, now that we have all of these souls liberated, how is this now going to affect the lifetime of Andrew? Now that that aspect of him has been connected once again.
it'll strengthen the connection with the divine
Mm-hmm.
and with the self.
Why has it been severed?
Um, at some point, the soul would have given away its liberty,
Mm-hmm.
but
Has
then that kept being perpetuated. So,
has he done that before?
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
going with the flow rather than taking responsibility, or going with the crowd,
The crowd. Mm-hmm.
yeah, rather than taking personal responsibility for who he is and what he is.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to show him now those lifetimes in which he has gone with the crowd and not taken responsibility. Show him those lifetimes.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he has seen these lifetimes, what does he need to learn from that?
Just to not blindly follow, but to question.
To question. Very good. Michael, there was a lifetime when this soul was in a temple, and it seems to have been invaded by something green. Sophia was there with him.
So Sophia was with Andrew when, or the soul of Andrew.
Oh, okay. So his.
But that was when he died,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and the green goo was some kind of chemical weapon.
How is that lifetime affecting him now?
Well, he was defending the Christos Sophia,
Mm-hmm.
the Nagamadi,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time, the, what was the early Christian church was looking after it.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What is his connection with this Sophia?
Um, just the motherly aspect of life, you know,
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very
the
good.
the, the nurturer, the carer, the comforter.
Very good. So, Michael, what role do you play in his life?
I take care of defense and
Mm-hmm.
protection and provide direction.
Provide direction. Very good. And it seems that John is also his guide. Is that right?
Yes.
Has John shown up in this lifetime to assist him?
I think John's here, just not in a body that he's met.
That he's met. Very good. Very good. Is there anything else that you would like to tell Andrew at this time that he needs to know?
Just, no, I got your back, mate.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So now let's connect with John. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, I'd like for you to connect with John. 1, 2, 3. Switch and be John. Good, good day, John.
Hello.
Thank you for participating with me today. Can you tell me what role you play in Andrew's life?
I provide him with that knowing voice
Mm-hmm.
that sometimes when he's less connected to himself, then I'll be that voice that will connect to him and give him
Mm-hmm.
things to do.
Well, he seems to have been directed to go off into a rabbit hole a long few years ago. Did you direct him into that rabbit hole?
um, I think that was his inner curiosity, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's like cat and mouse for him.
Mm-hmm. He says that during that time, strange things began to manifest in the physical. He
Mm-hmm.
began to get information on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that.
Sometimes, a person who's particularly analytical and in their head will be given a problem to solve.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a problem that only he could solve with what he knew and his knowledge, but that would kind of distract him enough to then receive what he was supposed to receive.
Mm-hmm. Did he get the answer correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So who was working with you in giving him this formula? Was it just you or others?
Um, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Einstein or one of
Mm-hmm.
those. Newton,
Okay.
maybe?
All right. So there were others that assisted in getting him this formula
Mm-hmm.
to okay, very good. John, he seems to be receiving something, some sort of a download with ringing in his ears. What is going on there?
In this time, we're getting an opportunity to, on Earth, with the viruses and things,
Mm-hmm.
there's an opportunity to transform the bodies into something a little bit more eternal. And so this is the instructions for the body.
Oh. How long has this been going on?
A long time since 2008,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously picking up around 2012. And then, like even now, parts of his body are like skin around his ears and things is flaking and falling off, making way for the fresh new skin
Mm-hmm.
and the new body.
Is this happening?
Others will lose their life in order to get the new body.
Okay. So this is a time
Mm.
of transformation that we're going
Mm.
through?
Yeah,
Okay. What are we transforming into?
ourselves, our better selves.
Better
The
selves.
as in the selves that we were meant to be,
Okay.
without the interference.
Will these bodies look different than what they are now?
I think we just have to picture, or ask you to picture how you see yourselves and how you would see yourselves as your perfect selves,
Mm-hmm.
perfected selves, or you're going to be in this space for what, 1,000 years?
Mm. Are we going to be on this earth for 1,000 years or?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. It's more about what's been learned here on Earth. Your souls are now libraries
Mm-hmm.
of information to take out and around the universe, as on this plane at least.
Mm-hmm. So these things that are manifesting right now, perhaps illnesses or aches and pains, is this part of this
Mm,
transformation?
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Let's focus in on his breathing because when he was a child, he has asthma. How did this have to do with his body now?
Um, in order to know freedom, you need to know limitation.
Mm,
Um, so this breathing issue is something he's been given to overcome by learning how to relax and not hold everything out, not have a heavy chest.
hmm But he seems to have something on his chest. What is that heaviness there?
Holding everything
Mm,
close
okay.
and not letting it go.
hmm And the aches and pains that he's having?
Part of the transformation.
All right, transformation. Thank you very
And
much.
also, that this world is pretty toxic. You know,
Mm-hmm.
need to just live a simpler. We've got all this electromagnetism around and toxins
Mm-hmm.
from the food, and
So, in order for Andrew to create and transform this body, how can he do this with all of these toxins around?
just try and eat as naturally as possible,
Okay, very good.
and drink lots of water and less coffee and other
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you would advise now that you've got his full attention?
Just trust what you've been shown on your path. Um, Learn from the things you've been shown are the things that you needed to see. So
Mm-hmm.
take that, do the energizing breaths, the pranic healing stuff.
Very good. Very good.
and let free up the energy to flow and clear the blocks by doing those exercises, and just do them daily. It's only 10 minutes every day. Just do them. And, this time in lockdown's been good for him because he's learned to cook for himself, and which he was doing before, but just doing more of now that there's been this opportunity to go and get takeaways and things.
Hmm.
So less takeaways and more home cooking.
Very good. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate all of your assistance here today. I'd like for you to go ahead and disconnect. And let me speak now to Andrew. And I'd like for you, Andrew, to look at that space that you have in your chest. Focus on it and tell me what that is on your chest.
It's a lot of heaviness. It's similar to what's around his third
Mm-hmm.
ajna part.
I want you to go deep inside of that chest and I want you to see what it looks like from the inside. The texture, the color. What's it look like? This feeling that you have in there.
It's like a almost solid ball of blackness.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as you focus on that
Just,
blackness,
yeah,
see
stale.
see what feelings, what words, what sentences, what emotions come out of that blackness. Look at this black soup. What's in there?
A lot of self doubt,
Self-doubt.
self, or yeah, self doubt, self
Look at all those things.
condemnation, maybe.
Condemnation. Look at all the things you've told yourself.
Mm,
Look what it's doing to your body. All this
mm,
doubt, all this condemnation, all that I'm not good enough, I wasn't careful enough.
mm.
Look and see how far and wide this blackness goes in your body.
It's kind of been used a bit like a mask or
Hmm.
something similar.
Yes. Is this something that you want to carry for the rest of your life? This
No,
black soup. All right.
no.
So, what would you like to replace that blackness with? What would you prefer to be in there instead of having all of this doubt and condemnation against yourself?
Just the same light that I feel around me.
Hmm. And that light is full of what?
Life.
Life. Very good. So, can you forgive yourself now, Andrew, for having put all of
Mm,
this darkness inside of you? Can you face that fact and forgive yourself for holding it all in? Look at all of the
yes.
times you said those things to yourself.
Mm,
You didn't know any better, did you? You didn't know what you were creating.
no.
So I'd like for you now to give that life, that love, a color. What color would you consider to be the healing color to remove all of that doubt, all of that condemnation, and transform it. What color?
Green.
Green. All right. So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to see that green going into that space now. Almost like a brilliant aloe, soothing green that as it goes through that space begins to dissipate all of that doubt, all of that condemnation, all of that negative talk, and replaces it with life, with light, with love. Feel it. Allow it to flow. And make your way up to that heart and allow that love to flow through every cell of your body now. And as those cells receive that love, it remembers what it was like to be home in the comfort of that brilliant light, in that unconditional love. And I'd like for you to flow that light and love to your own body, knowing that you are no longer trapped, that this soul can move forward in life freely, loving and living in the flow of life, being part of the nature. And now I'd like for you to use your Reiki and pass your hands over that space and tell me how it feels. Notice the difference.
Lighter.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there any other part of your body that you notice that is out of sync, or do you feel that that flow has
Up
gone?
here.
All right. So focus in on that space. Go deep into it and tell me what it looks like. What is there? What's causing that? What does it look like, that on your head?
Something.
What is it?
It's something. It's
Something.
not.
Okay.
It's not. It's not him.
All right. So I'd like for you to connect with that. And I want you to give it your voice. I'm going to count from 1 to 3, and I want you to change. 1, 2, 3. You there in the head. Are you male or female?
Neither.
Neither. What are you?
Um, an organism.
An organism. Can you explain to me what kind of organism you are?
I'm an ethereal being.
An ethereal being. And how is it that you found this soul, this body?
He let me in.
It let you in. Okay. How is it that it let you in? What was the key?
Um, just some frequencies that he was listening to earlier on. Yeah, when he started to open up and come into the way.
Okay. So when he opened up, it allowed the frequency to match yours?
Mm.
Okay. So what have you been doing to Andrew since you've been there?
Blocking him.
Blocking him. For what purpose?
It's my job, my
Okay.
purpose.
Okay. Did he ask you to do that?
No.
Okay. So I'd like for you to find what sent you to block him. Because if you have a job to do, somebody must be your boss. Who
Mm.
sent you?
He did.
He did. From where?
Um, from the realm that I came from.
All right. Is this a different lifetime or a different aspect of him?
Different aspect of, like most beings that exist in both places.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your boss now, that part that is blocking Andrew. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, let me speak with that aspect of Andrew now. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. Andrew,
Hmm.
can you tell me where you are? What is this place?
This is a planet in the astral realm.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that you do on that planet? What's your role there?
Kind of like a in-between place.
And an in-between place. All right. Now, does the Andrew in this timeline visit that planet?
Often when he goes to sleep.
Okay. So I'd like to ask why it is that you sent this ethereal being to block him in this timeline.
Well, if he comes into his true power, he won't need to come here anymore. Then I won't get to be here.
Ah, I see. But you see, Andrew, it seems that at this time, the earth is changing. It's transforming into
Hmm.
something else. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that?
I feel like if he goes there, they will be not a part of that.
Mm. So you're actually blocking him to keep yourself going.
Hmm.
Mm. Did you know, Andrew, that that isn't possible? That you can exist in all places? I think that's just a fear that you have.
Hmm. Maybe.
Hmm. Are you willing to release that fear now? Because that fear is also blocking you. Find that fear within you. Where is that?
The fear of not knowing.
Hmm. But you see, you are a creator. There is no such thing as not knowing. You are always creating. Are you ready to step into that power now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5 with each number. I want you to feel the dial turning as you transform into this higher version of you, a confident creator. 1, turning the dial up, feeling the empowerment. 2, feeling that confidence to move forward in using your intention to create. 3, feeling it more and more power, releasing all of that fear, knowing that you can create whatever life you choose. 4, releasing now all of that blockage. 5, feel yourself in your full power, expanding. See how big your soul truly is. How does that feel, Andrew?
Freeing.
Freeing, very good. So now that you feel free, I'd like for you to go ahead and remove that ethereal being, that blockage that you have put on the Andrew in this timeline. Remove it now.
Just
Very good. Thank you very much. And now, disconnect. And I'd like to speak with the Andrew in this timeline. And I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to fill that space that was blocked. Fill it with something that you can use. What would you like to put in that space?
seems like a space outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
So without it there, then it's not an extra weight to carry around.
Very good. So, what would you like to put in there instead?
Just let it's in the space between the body and the
Very good.
aura. So just let it
Very good.
be pure,
Mm-hmm. Very good.
clean.
Now that you understand that, can you forgive yourself for having allowed this to happen?
Mm. Yes.
Yes. Very good. So fill yourself once again with that feeling of divine comfort, knowing that you are perfect just the way you are. And I'd like for you to go ahead and check all of your chakras and begin to activate them now. And now that we understand this, is there anything else that you would like to address today, or do you feel that we are complete?
Thank you. I think we're done.
Very good. Very good. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back. Wow. Without cheating, how long do you think that was? Without cheating. Don't
Oh,
look.
I
Don't
know,
look.
half an sorry, I did kind of look, but um,
How did it feel
it
to you?
felt like not as long as it was.
2 hours.
Mm. Felt about
That was amazing.
45 minutes.
Huh?
Felt about 45 minutes.
It felt like a 45 minutes?
Mm.
Yeah, it was 2 hours.
Well, thank you for sitting there all that time.
That was amazing. How do you feel?
Well, it's good to connect those dots, you know. 'Cause
Yeah, we did a lot of
I
connecting.
didn't understand how they were related, so
Do you,
now
do
I
you,
can see that.
wow. It was amazing. Um, the crystal thing was wild.
Which part? The
The Mars,
okay.
all
Mm.
those trapped souls,
Mm-hmm.
and then be put in these artificial bodies.
Yeah,
Ah,
had to get here somehow, sometime. But then
yeah.
they've obviously kept living
Well, but we released them
beyond
all.
that. Mm.
We did a big release.
Yeah,
Wow.
I hope
So
that should have some effect.
it should. How do you feel though? How does your body feel? That thing in your chest and your head?
Yeah, the chest is good. The head's still, but that could be coffee or lack of coffee. I didn't have any coffee this morning. I only had
Ah.
did I have one yesterday? I didn't have one yesterday, and I maybe had weak tea. So,
So you're on a withdrawal right now.
yeah.
Mm. Wow, Andrew, this is amazing. Do you want to share some of this? What do you think?
Um, do you think it's worth sharing? Or?
Oh my God. You're the one who likes Star Wars. My God.
Okay, so you know we could flesh that story out. But,
We may have worked together
mm,
in the plane. I was a pilot too, so
eh,
interesting. Yeah. I fell in the ocean though, not over a fence.
right.
Yeah.
So obviously war's a familiar thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I'm not in for it. Well, I do like playing. There's a game called Star Citizen where you have to go around, but I prefer to be a transporter than a fighter pilot because I'm no good at that.
We touched on so many things. I don't know if you remember all of them right now. I mean, it's
Mm,
there was so much of it. There was so much. So if you want to share, that's okay. If not, we don't. I don't have to share them, but I thought it was a pretty interesting story.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
maybe just edit what you need to, and no,
The whole thing was great. It was
okay.
great. Yeah. So tell everybody where you're from.
New Zealand.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And had you had a hypnosis session before?
No.
No. So what did you
So
think
it did
about it?
feel like I was well, I was aware of what I was saying,
Yes.
and sometimes I had to fight to prevent existing knowledge coming in. But then something surprised me. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
but
Yeah, the beginning is always going to be a little bit rough at starting because
mm,
that chattering is always going on. I know it was probably tough for you at the beginning, right? To
mm,
stop the chatter.
mm.
Yeah. But you did really
I
great.
just tried to let what came to mind come to mind and speak
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
without
Yeah.
interfering with it too much.
Now that you've gone through this, what do you recommend other people do or expect or not expect for a hypnosis session? What would you tell other people?
Um, just that these characters have been in your life already, so it's not unfamiliar.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
um, you know, whatever names you give them, they'll just be the same thing,
Yeah.
same being
Yeah.
or beings or
Yeah.
entities or.
Hmm.
Mm,
And we see that, it started out with this guide of yours in the cave giving you some knowledge, and then he's been with you all along.
mm. So that could have been in another plane or um,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
whether
Does
it's in this universe or not. It
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. Mm,
It's the information, and what the really was the
mm,
important part was the fact that our bodies are transforming right now.
mm,
We're going through a
yeah.
growth spirit period, and that's why you're getting the ringing in your ears. It's actually is giving codes to your body as to how to transform. That was really interesting.
Mm,
You remember that part?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
And that some people will have to go in order to transform, but
mm.
others are transforming already. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So that kind of gives you comfort about the people that are dying from COVID virus because that could be their time to go.
Yeah. It's like, okay, we know this
And
is
are we
happening.
keeping them trapped in an old people's home or no?
Or in the
Yeah,
crystal.
living this much life and then or getting
Yeah.
a chance to go and live a full life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to think about. Yeah. Well, it was great doing this session for you. I hope
Thank you.
you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And if anybody wants a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com, sign up for my newsletter like Andrew did, and get a
Mm,
session with me. So thank you very much for watching. Until the next one. Bye.
thank you. Bye.